Hey guys, so occasionally, every now and then, I'll get messages from female viewers, or sometimes in the form of comments, and oftentimes they're asking about problems in their own life that they want uh, me to help them with. Whether it's because I have more experience in my life, or they want something from a male perspective, or I fit a certain shy person role that they can see me sort of understanding. Oftentimes, it has to do with a guy they like in school or outside of school, or they don't know but they see uh, God knows where when their family's out and about or whatever. And I try to help them with this, and I think it's quite cute. I'm not gonna lie. It's quite cute because it's very innocent, and you can tell that they don't really know. And for me, it's just so obvious that oftentimes the guy likes the girl, and so I try to help these people out. And because first off, I like helping others uh, achieve success in that area, because the other thing is failure, and that's no fun at all. On top of that, um, oftentimes I've been in similar situations. So, first off, I'm just going to briefly outline the general answer, because 99 times out of 100, it's always very similar. Almost always the answer is yes, this guy likes you, and even if he doesn't, there's a chance he doesn't, because maybe based on how little you wrote, and by little I don't mean little because they usually write a huge essay on the whole situation, but oftentimes it can still be so vague that things can be misinterpreted. But thing is, most of the time I'm pretty sure this guy likes you, and um, I guess the other big thing is people are scared of rejection, and that's something that's always going to be there. And for me, I realized, like, to progress, you kind of have to face rejection. Now, I don't want to get into a whole dating advice thing, because there's experts that are better at this, and I'm not an expert at it. But um, that's kind of just what I say in general on it. More so, I just think it's very cute and innocent, and oftentimes it makes me realize that, hey, um, a lot of people don't really know what's going on in the world. We are born into this world with a lack of knowledge, and we don't know a lot of things, and therefore we assume things we think are true that aren't, and all sorts of things, and we are oftentimes clueless in certain areas. And I I guess the biggest thing is just that um, it makes me feel that, hey, it's awesome, because uh, I've been in situations, and it's like, okay, it didn't work out, it didn't work, and that's fine. It's like, um, you there girls out there and guys who are in similar situations, and uh, they just don't know, and they're clueless, and oftentimes you can beat yourself up, like, uh, how can I be so stupid to think this, or how can I not know this? And it's like, no, it's kind of natural. People don't know these things, and I mean, people are different. Obviously, there's whole different sort of girls. Right now, I specifically get the only the girls who are in a very uh, specific personality type. Generally, they seem to be fairly shy, and they don't know what's going on with the guy. And of course, that's only one subsection of girls. You know, you got the girls who are uh, they're very physically attractive, and they know it, and they're not worried about this. They're usually so bombarded and approached all the time that they oftentimes even assume that a guy's hitting on them when they're not, and all sorts of other types of girls. So it's very interesting, and so I guess the biggest thing though is, um, Uh, Oftentimes, however scared or nervous or unsure or feelings of like, hey, I'm not doing this right, or um, I'm just at complete loss of what to say, or how can I be so unknowledgeable or awkward or weird and things like this. Heck, the other person may be in the same exact situation. Maybe not, but oftentimes they may be just as clueless. They may not be sure what to do and so forth. And it's very interesting seeing it from this other perspective for me, because I'll get these questions from these girls and they'll be like, should I ask for the number? Or um, is the age difference too great? Or uh, is he interested in me? Or um, how should I approach this? How should I approach him? Should I approach him? Or uh, what should I do to get his attention? Or we're already friends. How do I move on? And it's like, wow. See, so girls experience the same thing. I know guys oftentimes have all these issues as well. And it's all very interesting coming from that perspective. And I do think there's a bit of a movement because um, although a lot of people still live by a very traditional path, and as newer generations are born, I think a lot of them will still live by a very traditional path where they won't do anything unless the guy makes the first move. But I'm definitely seeing a trend um, to more female action, which I think is awesome. Um, and I think, sometimes it is good to sort of gauge it and do things and test things out before just putting it online. Um, but oftentimes, if it doesn't work out, you move on. You don't harass that person and annoy them, and then um, rejection's not really a problem. So hopefully this video helped, and I'll see you guys later. And if I get any more comments and messages, I can try and respond to them all, but oftentimes there's just too many. So again, these videos are a general guideline based on my past responses. So that's one way of answering most of your questions. Generally, it's like, it's so obvious to me. I guess it's partially experience, partially like me being the guy who's giving off these signs and identifying with them really quickly, um, or being very shy in certain situations, or just how obvious it is. And even if you're wrong, it's like, doesn't matter. But again, everything's much easier said than done. Um, so yeah, again, as far as actual dating advice and stuff like that, there are better experts out there that may be able to help you more than I can. I'm still working on all that myself, and I'm far from where I want to be. So, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys later.